Yo, so we all know that Anime Paradox is in a state of confusion. A lot of people are mad too with the new developer Mello. And in this video, I'm going to be giving my 2 cents on what is going to happen to Anime Paradox. And then kind of just talking to you guys about what happened so far and what they're doing right now. So before this video begins, I just quickly want to say that all this information that I have is not 100%. I think some of it may be wrong. I'm pretty sure a lot of it's right, but take it with a grain of salt. I don't want to be the guy who just tells a lot of fake information. I'm pretty sure a lot of my information is true. But as of currently making this video, Mello and the other creators are hosting a stage right now, answering some questions and whatnot. But yeah, let's get started with the video. Okay guys, to start with this whole entire beef and just to add some context to the state of Paradox, today Mello sent a message announcing the update 1.5, giving us the codes and the link to the game. And about an hour later, he responds with saying that he's just kind of clearing up the confusion that he helped transition this game because he's only been here about 30 minutes only. So a lot of people are mad at him for the content of the update, and a lot of people are putting all the kind of issues of the game onto Mello as they believe that he is the sole reason for a lot of these issues. But he's simply here to state that he's only been here for 30 hours, or roughly about 30 hours, since he was first introduced, and that his team only helped with the sort of the ending of the update 1.5 to launch it. And then he's saying that within the next 40 hours is going to be a quality of life update and balancing, and then next week is going to be an actual update where his full team is going to be in dive and helping Noctis's team to support it. And I'm going to show you another image of what the chat was saying and how he was responding to it. So here's what the chat was saying, just some of them. A lot of them were just saying the F word to Mello. A lot of them were really angry, assuming that Mello was the sole culprit of this terrible update. And I'll get into a little bit of why they were complaining about the update. But I also wanted to point out that a lot of people were getting mad, not only for content within the update, but also Mello's personality or how he responds to situations. So I'd like to put up an image here that says that from what he's understanding, Mello came in the game and within the first night, he sat in general arguing and insulting with anybody who brought up any issues about his previous games or any mistakes that he's done. And Mello throughout that whole entire point was just kind of arguing instead of just moving on and being the bigger person. And then he releases an update without the owner's approval or balancing it, and the update becomes what we would expect to be pretty bad. Then he goes into general and starts arguing with people who are reacting to the update 1.5, saying that it's probably one of the most terrible updates that this game's ever had. So from this YouTuber's comment, he's essentially thinking that, or saying that Mello is truly unprofessional and that he's all about professionalism, yet this stuff should be handled by a moderator and he should do what developers do. I'd then also like to point out another picture about a different user that agreed with the previous user that said that the main problem is that Mello said the N-word, even if he is of color or not, which is truly unprofessional over 150,000 people. And while talking about professionalism, he decides to act immature. The person doesn't hold all the issues with the content against Mello or his past work, but he's pretty disappointed in Mello's professionalism. Also, in that comment, he brings up Nift, which is an ex-moderator as of currently making this video, and essentially Nift was putting Mello on full blast about the N-word and such, and what Mello does as a response is to ban Nift, then bring him back, and then demote him of his moderator role, which leaves him with his early access plus only. So in my personal opinion, that is pretty petty and immature, but the person who commented this also brought up the point that this could be a pretty big issue because now that allows Mello to kind of do for everybody else who disagrees with him. He could simply just demote them as punishment for not agreeing with his perspective. I'd also like to bring up this photo of Goated, who is a lead balancer, and he says that do not worry guys, the lead balancers are currently fixing the stats of the unit, which is basically rebalancing and making sure that the new stats are as they're supposed to be. And he is saying or hinting to us that he is trying to make the dev team listen to them, but a certain team doesn't want to work with them. And this indication is headed towards Melo's team because they are the new development team that doesn't want to listen to them. The original one wouldn't have a problem with it, obviously, since they were updating before Melo was even in the server. Now, before I continue with this information about what others think, I'd also like to bring some information from my perspective about Melo as an individual, because I have shown you guys some negative light or perspective from other people about Melo, but I do think that there is some things that we should consider about Melo in general. So this photo here is Melo saying that he pretty much pulled an all-nighter to get this update up and going for us to play. And I think that this shows a long way about who he is as an individual. I think that while Melo may have some personalities that people don't agree with or don't like in general, I think that he's overall a person who does want to see the game succeed, as he is actively working to improve the game. As of making this video right now, Melo, Catch, and other people are in stage right now trying to answer some questions and listening to suggestions about the game. Now, I think that this photo alone emphasizes how Melo is as a developer. I do think that he truly wants to see this game succeed. I think that while people don't like his personality or may not like his personality, I do think that he has a great ambition for this game and does want to upgrade, update, and even innovate in this game. So from that perspective alone, I do think and I do agree with Melo that there is a lot of issues with this content, but there is issues that they are gonna fix. Melo is kind of in the right here in the sense that, again, he's a developer that just moved here 30 hours ago and is making an update and making an impact already. So I do think we should give him some credit for how he is as a developer. Now, bringing it back to Nif, I was in the stage when Nif was in the call, and I'd like to point out this video that I'm going to present to you guys, which shows a little bit about Melo's personality as a whole. While it may paint him in a bad lighting, it does show or emphasize that he is kind of unprofessional when dealing with criticism or even just hate comments in general.
I didn't make the.
Yeah, but you're the manager. You're the project manager, man. You're the project manager.
I'm not the project
Have you
manager.
seen Toji's face, man? Have you seen or
DC works with it.
Toji, whatever you call it?
I didn't make that model, bro. Do you think I would ever
And you
put some
banned me
dog shit
'cause
like
you
that
didn't
into
like
this game? Do you think I would spend my
All
money
right,
like
all
a
right,
goddamn
guys.
project?
Hey, but you let that shit happen.
Everybody, calm
your
down.
mind?
All right.
You think I would spend $100 on that
Listen,
shitty ass
we
Toji
are
model?
working
Fuck no.
our hardest to improve the game. But Nif, you were also spreading toxicity and turning the community against us when we're
But
trying to
was I
produce a high
wrong
quality game.
though? Nobody's once said I
Bro,
was
you
wrong.
were a moderator
can't work.
to the chat doing all types of
I'm
weird
not a
shit, calling me
moderator.
racist and stuff.
I'm
Like,
not a moderator no more. They
Get that
fucking
shit.
demoted me after you banned me. You banned
Okay,
Goated. You banned
everybody
fucking
calm down.
Beast Mode.
Everybody calm
You
down.
ban everyone because of feelings, not because of rules or nothing. The community loves me. Game's gonna implode when I'm gone.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, man.
All right, hold up. All right.
Yeah, but Chucky Arla, the Irish will
Listen.
rise by.
All right,
I'm
okay, hold up. Listen, let me talk. Let me talk.
Down.
We need to, we need to work with you guys. We can't do this alone. We can't have, our staff, just turning the community against us and spreading hate and toxicity. I mean, it's never gonna work if our team's like that. We need to work together to improve the game. So, regardless of what people said, in the past or whatever, just try to work with us. So, because we all care about the game, right? We all want the game to go better. We all want it to get better, be more fun to play. In order for that to happen, we have to work together and we can't be pitted against each other. All right. So, just, we just have to work together on this. We can't do it alone. We need your guys' support, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, also, to my defense, Nift, I come into the chat and I'm just instantly getting glazed on an update that I did not curate. I did not
I don't
plan
think you know
this
what glazed
update. I didn't
means.
create the conceptualizations of it.
Also,
I do
Jake,
know
what
that word
happened with
means.
Star, man?
You're not going to tell me
Jake, what
I'm
happened with
doing,
Star?
my good sir.
Oh,
A lot of things
yo,
happened with Star.
he angry. Yo, he thought Backlash was for one day. He mad. That's
Hey,
crazy.
Mello,
They fill, everyone here gets their pockets filled by either Noctis or Mello, so that's why the bootlicking in the server is crazy. Working with the community is a fucking impossibility. Whenever every time the community try to speak up against you, oh, let's mute, let's lock down, let's ban. Oh no, you guys are incorrect. You guys are glazing, defaming,
I'll
libel.
be quite frank
You
with
can't
you,
say
Nick.
anything, bro.
I'll be quite frank with you. If you piss me off, I will ban you. That's just how it is. You're a
You'll ban
moderator.
me?
You work for the
No,
positive. You're
I
sitting
gotta
there saying
kill
some bullshit,
myself
I'ma
if you
ban
ban me.
That's how it
I
works.
can't believe this. It's not like I
No, it's
joined the
not
server
the
just
world,
this
but I'm
week.
just telling you how the world
Drink
works. You
it.
have to
Okay,
understand that.
everybody chill. Everybody chill. Everybody chill. In our defense, Nift, we
I'm
told
just
you
telling the
to
young
stop
man
it
how the
like
world works.
multiple times. We warned you multiple times to just stop doing it, and you refused to listen each time. So we gave you chances. You just didn't want to follow them because you wanted to say
Who
whatever you
are
wanted
you?
to.
You've been here for like 2 days, bro. Who are you?
Nick, it's like let's go to the
I
real
mean, I
world, right?
guess.
For example, you're in
Okay.
front of me and you start
It's
saying
not
some
really a
bullshit
time
about me. You're saying
pass,
something about me. You're
though.
like, you see me in person, call me a racist and this shit. What happens? You get
What
knocked
happens?
out.
I don't
So
know,
on the
because
internet, you get banned.
I'm in fucking
Same fucking
Ireland.
equivalent.
I'm in
Stop being an
Ireland. What
asshole.
happens?
Fucking help
You
the game
tell
be
me.
better. That's all
Come
you
to
gotta do
Dublin,
here.
find
Give
out.
suggestions.
But you'd knock me
Yeah,
out?
it's weird
Really,
shit.
big man?
That's all
Really,
we're
big
looking for.
man? Aye,
That's
sure.
all we're looking
Go
for
knock.
these days.
Aye. You'd knock me out. You're threatening to physical violence.
All right, here.
You gotta lower that damn
It's
tone.
how you get your message across. Like making threats is not how you get a message across.
All
So,
right,
set it
Nift,
down,
I'm
pipe
sorry,
down.
but we're done. It's just you don't know how to keep it respectful. I'm sorry, but you just don't.
Disrespectful
For real.
bastard, man.
Saying he was glazing you or whatever. I guess there you go. There's that. Son, you were innocent. Free him. But yeah. Also, Mello. That was kind of threatening with physical violence. Not once did I say I was going to call you. Actually, matter of fact, not once did I paint you as racist. Not once did I.
All right, we're
You
getting
did.
off
You
topic.
did.
We're
You
keeping
did.
it questions
Coming out
about
here
the
saying some
game.
bullshit, dude. This is what I'm talking
If you
about.
have something, discuss it privately with whoever.
Bro comes over here talking about physical violence, man. Please ask me questions about the game, not some damn bullshit.
Next person.
Now, from that video, I do think that Nift was a bit harsh on Mello. I think that he was aiming towards Mello as an individual rather than what the community wants, which is just a better game. I do believe that Mello shouldn't have physically threatened Nift. I think that was incredibly childish of him, that he kind of just like responded to a person kind of hating on him with a threatening stance, which is, at the end of the day, we're all human. We don't want to say disrespect, but he is a developer. He is a significant person in this community. I do think that he should set a role model for everybody playing this game, as some of them may be kids, and majority of them are probably kids. So I apologize for the short video and not really much content about the game so far. I'll probably make another video on what this content is for this update 1.5, what we should get, what is the meta, what stuff we should do in this game right now. But for my 2 cents opinion on this game, I do see a good future for Anime Paradox. They do have a much shakier start than any of the other games I played, like Anime Vanguard, Anime Defenders. All of them had a pretty solid release and future updates. This game, immediately off of launch, they lacked communication already. They weren't really talking with the community. Well, first 2 days they were talking with the community, and then it all just kind of went to just shambles. And with Mello, yet again, there's confusion, there's hate, and there's a lot of stuff that's going on that is not towards their favor. However, their act of creating these stages to talk to their community members about what they should do for the game in general, any questions the community has, does show that they do want to improve this game. And I do value that a lot, and I do feel like in the future updates, they're all going to continue having bad problems. They're going to continue going towards that directions that necessarily don't favor them, but they're going to, I feel like they're going to bounce back and, you know, try to fight it and try to improve this game as a whole. So that's it with this whole video. There was not much to cover. A lot of the beef was squashed already over time. Hopefully, I'm not sure what the community member feels right now, but I do see that the community has kind of died down. They kind of, you know, after after the update's over, after the stage is over, I do think that a lot of people are kind of just understanding what's going on now and just kind of just waiting for what's going to happen next. But that's all for today, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.